Hi, welcome to Fishski Australia. Today we're going to be looking at the fishski box. We're going to be running through the assembly and the installation on a jet ski, as well as going through a few of the features. Once you've unboxed your fishski box, you can then start getting inside here and having a quick look, and we'll start unpacking the products that you need. We'll be going through fishing rod holders. They'll be coming with 6 screws, the lane, safety laner and the rod holder. You should have 6 of those in the box, like such. You'll receive 4 of the stainless steel 316 adjustable feet that goes in the bottom of the box, and also turnbuckle kit. Different size turnbuckles there, but I'll run through that when we put the box on the ski. That's the boatboard section, and then we can head down to the bottom of the box itself, and here you will find the 2 jerry cans with also the clips that put the jerry cans on the back. And for the installation of the box, or adding of the accessories on the box, you just need a few basic hand tools, screwdriver, small shifter, and if you have one, an impact screwdriver, which makes the job a lot quicker. Right, now we're going to put the trolling holders on, which is the front of the box. Do this first on the ground, tilt the box back, you can put a jerry can behind it if you want. We put these on first, and then we can actually put the box on the ski, and then put the rest of the rod holders on. It makes it a bit easier, but I'll run through the procedure. It's quite easy. The bottom ones first. Don't nip anything up too tight at the moment. And also, don't over tighten your screws, because you'll end up stripping them as well. So, all the holes are pre-drilled, pre-marked. Now for the lanage, if you want to come in a bit closer there, Jace. Okay, for the installation of the lanage, what happens is you put your screw in there first, punch it through so it's poking out to the side, put your lanage on there, and then what we'll do is just nip it up tight with the impact driver. And there's your lanage, and then we'll just go through the rest of the screws. Like I said before, everything's pre-marked. Bottom ones first again. Don't do them up quite all the way. And same thing again. Put your loader there, put your screw through, and we can nip that up again. And that completes our trolling holders. Okay, now we're going to put the adjustable feet onto the bottom of the box. As you can see here, there's 3 riv nuts. These obviously being the front ones here, and we have 2 rear ones. Now the reason we have the 2 rear ones is that most modern skis have quite a large deck, so you can put this leg into the rear. Some of the earlier skis do have a shorter deck, so either Kawasaki S15, SPS 15 actually has a short deck as well, so you can put that leg in there and that'll cover that, so it's not hanging off the back. But generally, to start it off, get your lock nut, run that all the way to the end. With the Kawasaki's, they have quite a flat deck, so you can leave the lock nut, all 4 lock nuts on. With the Yamaha Sea-Doo, they have quite a different angle on a few of their skis, so the front ones quite often you can just take the lock nut off altogether. Keep that for, if you need it, if you're ever going to swap your box to another ski, but generally some of the Yamahas and that Sea-Doo, like I said, that will screw all the way in, and then hence the back one will screw all the way out because of the angle on the deck. But this is going on the back of a Kawasaki, so all we have to do is put our feet all the way in, lock nut all the way in, sorry, and then we start screwing our feet in as such. We'll go to the rear, being the larger deck. we sort of put the legs in about 3/4 of the way in. We can always adjust the box once we get it on the ski to get it to the right level that we need. So once you've got to this stage, if you're not strong enough, get a mate to help you and put the box on the back. Okay, now that we've got the box on the back of the ski, what we're going to do now is actually get the box at the right level. And the best way to do that is this line here, pinstriping line, and this line here on the ski. We try and get them parallel. So what we need to do is step back from the ski and take a quick look at it. Obviously, you know, if it's hanging down this way, you can adjust your feet up wherever you need to do it. But that's the most important thing. You'll see some boxes that aren't incorrectly installed and they look like they're about to fall off or they're angling too far forward. The best way is to have them as level as you can. This is the turnbuckle kit that comes with all the boxes. Take it out. I'll quickly explain the difference in a few of them. So what we have here, you'll see a larger turnbuckle setup, and that'll be your rear. Now with the Kawasaki, you don't need this larger clip, that can come off. Sea-Doos and Yamahas, you'll need that larger clip. If not, you've got yourself a free clip. Okay, so they're going to go on the rear. So we're just going to set that there loosely. Do the same to the other side, but most importantly is to get the front ones on first, and that'll stop the box from falling over while you're working on it. Okay, so that's the most important thing. Okay, clever little hint before we put the front turnbuckles on, just clip them on the side here and unwind them. Just makes it a lot quicker, a lot easier. Let's wind them out just about all the way. Let's see me as they're coming out. We do that, you pull that and then it comes evenly, just don't do one at a time, otherwise it does become very uneven. So about that far, that's all we need. Okay, so we're going to clip this clip with the two, as you can see, it's got the two eyelets there, the one clip, and that'll clip onto your ski hook, like such. And what we're going to do is we're going to run these back to the box, clip it on there, and vice versa on this side. Once you've done that, you're pretty much safe as far as the box falling off. And then what we can do then is we can just sit there and we can nip these up a little bit firmer. We don't need to do them really tight to start with, and try and do them evenly, obviously. So you're going to get wind them the right way, otherwise they do fall off. Alright, so we can leave those for that moment. We don't need to have them as hard as we need to, and then we continue on with the putting of the rod holders on. With the side rod holders, laying in the same situation, just slide your lanyard under where it needs to go, there like that. And just tighten them up. Go around and put your screws in, like I said before. Don't over tighten them. Oops. And that's your rod holders done. We've got the front clips in place, and we're going to finish off the rear clips as well, like such. And then we can start the task of make sure. Another hint is having this lock nut. Make sure it's not down here; it's up here. And we can start the task of firming down the box with the turnbuckles. And I can't emphasise enough, once you've got the box completely all firmed down, is the lock nuts. The lock nuts are important. If you don't use the lock nuts, the turnbuckles can come loose, and it could cause some damage, or to the ski or to the box itself. So these lock nuts need to be done up with the spanner, and that's the top and the bottom as well. They come up, and they don't have to be super tight, but as long as you have them nipped up, you can hang onto the turnbuckle itself, and you can just give it a quite little nip like that. Both lock nuts, and that's fine. That will never come loose. The only time you'll find these come a little bit loose will be in very warm weather. Here in Australia we have 40-degree days, so we do get a bit of stretch on the plastic, but you tend to find that I go wave jumping, I've never had a box come loose, ever, as long as these lock nuts are done up properly. And keeping on the lock nut theme, also the feet, don't forget the lock nuts on the feet. So when you're happy with the position of the box itself, take your lock nuts up to where they need to be, same thing, and give them a nice tighten. You don't have to over tighten that as well, but once that's firm, it's all done, nice and secure. Okay, now we'll get to the jerry cans. These are 5 letters. That's the clip that goes on the back. I recommend, even though it's a good quality steel, I still do recommend getting a little bit of marine grease and coating the lug itself. Also, you can put a little bit into the operation itself there. Now these don't screw all the way in, they don't need to. The idea of them is that they're an easy, quick release system. Set your jerry can and then just wind it up. You'll find the spot where it needs to click into. The reason we have these, I'll show you later in the feature section why we have this system. Okay, now you've got the box on the ski, I can run through a few features with you. Let's start with the tackle storage on the top of the ski, which lifts up like that. You have stainless steel hinges, enough space in there to put your lures and your lead and your hooks and whatever you take out, whatever style of fishing you do offshore. It might be in the river systems as well. So collapsible spring, always push it down that way. And the way it goes is watch your hand because it will collapse fast. We have a food grade cutting board with a bit of bait, sort of bait storage on the top there as well. We have a telescopic gaff which clips on and off, and we also have a good quality knife on the side here which is on a landed, so if you do drop it, you don't drop it in the water. And you can still leave it on the landed and use it as per normal. These are your trolling holders here at 45 degrees. We can go inside the box as well. So it's a 68 litre esky, it's actually a Waco esky, it's rated to hold ice for 5 days. Same hinge works the same way as well, comes down like that. Another feature with the jerry cans is that when you're offshore, you can actually reach across and take these off one hand. And they do have a funnel inside, like such. So if you need to refuel offshore, you can. That just screws up like such. It does have a quick release valve at the back here, so when you put it into the tank, loosen that off and it goes in without any fuss. I suppose another thing too, the box is covered with 3M carbon fibre. So treat the box like your ski. Make sure you keep it clean. Rinse the salt water off the 3M carbon fibre. Otherwise, it could get some water staining on it. And you tend to use a product like Armour All, to look after your wrap on the ski. If you do damage it, you can go to an auto shop and replace that quite easily. If you don't want to replace it, it's got quite a nice finish, plastic finish underneath it as well. And enjoy your fish ski box.